All right, me and Ashton were just chit-chatting away over here, so I didn't even think about like having an actual start and welcome you guys to the call. And now it's recording, so I can go ahead and repeat what I was saying. But I just wanted tonight to be like a brainstorm. So not me just talking the whole time about anything. I wanted to get your ideas. But I also wanted to put out there that challenge for each of you to say, obviously the goal is always to hit Success Club 5 at the least, right? That's the goal. So I don't want to overwhelm anyone, especially if this is your very first time running a challenge group. And so the goal is to help at least 3 people. I want you to at least set that as your lowest non-negotiable goal for August, 3 new people. That means that they're brand new HD Shakeology customers or brand new challenge pack customers. So they can be a customer, or they can be a coach. The points are the same. And if you hit that before the 20th, Carl's giving out a free tank or t-shirt that says, what does it say? I help people or something like that. Yeah. So, and it's just a conversation starter. We used to call it wear and share. So when we were wearing something Beachbody or with our team name or team logo, it just made people go, what is that? You know, you could be at the grocery store, anywhere. So it's a cool gift. Plus, if everybody on the team hit Success Club 5 or more, I think there's a team gift that everyone gets a team gift, and then there's a personal gift. So if you hit Success Club 5, you get, I believe it's a blanket, and it's a new blanket for the new shake, Daily Sunshine. There we go. So there's always incentives and rewards for reaching your goals in Beachbody. We know that one of them's the financial gain. Yes, you also earn a commission off of all of those things. So on your piece of paper, I hope everyone has a journal. I want you to have a fresh, new piece of paper. And if you guys are really good with visual goals and visual things, you can even take like a sticky note and put it next to your computer that you're working at daily. On the mirror where you brush your teeth, next to your coffee pot, if you're, somewhere where it's that trigger that my goal is to help change 3 lives this month. And that's what I want you to think about. And I want you to pray about helping 3 people this month. And I want you to pray about, you can be as specific as what type of person you want to help. Say, I want to help 3 people this month that are diabetic. I want to specifically help 3 people. Talk about how Shakeology helps. It's a low glycemic index. I want to find videos about Shakeology and diabetes. I want to find I want to research about diabetes. And your focus could be just that, the month of August, to help 3 people that have diabetes and help them with Shakeology. So the more narrowed search you can get, the easier it is for you to help people. So that's totally up to you. And the brainstorm that I wanted to do tonight, so you're gonna write, change 3 people's lives. And you're gonna be able to do that because you are a leader. And today I was at a conference and they were talking about you have to have great leaders and you have to have great followers, and you can't do anything in life without both.
Stop.
Like,
over there.
Wow, that is
over there. Over there.
She probably thinks she was muted. I got you, girl. So
okay, Kat, okay.
Right? I thought that was so powerful, though, because I know many of you might think right now, as many times I've said you are a leader, you probably think I'm not. And I've thought that many times. I don't think that my spiritual gift is leadership. And there are spiritual gifts. I don't think my spiritual gift is that. I don't think it's my strongest point at all when you look at the spectrum. And you might think the same thing, or you might think that you never. But I bet you $100 right now, you have persuaded at least one person in your lifetime to do something. And that's all the leader is that you have been able to persuade someone to do something. It could be a negative thing. It could be a positive thing. But if you are persuading people, that's it. And so your life can persuade people by your example, your actions, and that's what we're doing by posting on social media. So I just want you to remember, we need followers, great followers, and great leaders to make anything work in life, that's not just this team, that's just life in general, that's leading people to Jesus, that's encouraging our fellow team members or fellow coworkers or someone on the street. Someone's got to lead by example, and then someone's got to follow that example. So go into that knowing that these 3 people's lives that you're going to change and you're going to place in your vision at all times, that's what you're doing. You're just leading and persuading them to take better care of their health. That's it, okay? And our goal is to hit those 3 people before August 20th. Is everybody good with that? So Shalene Johnson always talks about having a SMART goal. This is a small, simple goal. If you want, you could say you need 1 a week, and I think you would still get it by the 20th if you want to break it down even simpler. If you want to help 1 person a week, you're going to at least have to ask 10 people. So that's breaking it down again, a smaller goal, right? So if you needed to at least ask 10 people in a full week, break that down to 7 days a week, divide it into 7. How many invites do you need to send a day? Okay? If you want to increase your chances, you increase the invites, period. So my goal personally, I think I've said this the other day, or maybe it was on the little video I was gonna send you guys for the team call Thursday night. My personal best is 40 Success Club points. That means I help 20 people in 1 month.
Wow.
Okay, there's people that do that every single month, not even on a team cup month. So don't think that I'm special or that you can't do that, because there's people that do 50 points every single month for years after year. And it's just they're talking to more people than me. That's it. So there's nothing. Oh, here's a dog barking over here. Oh, yappy chihuahua. So that's it. The thing I wanted to talk about tonight is the main thing is our ideas. And I want everyone to have a piece of paper out, because I want us to brainstorm these ideas. And I just feel like not everyone is on my screen. I want speaker view. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay. I was trying to see everybody, but.
I think Kat, I don't know if she lost connection or what.
Okay. Speaker view. Okay, that's fine. So with Team Cup, my ideas are kind of coming from Amanda, how she wanted to get everybody, including anyone watching this, she wanted to get everyone involved in running a challenge group. Like we all started together. So I have my Love Myself Healthy group, right? It's mine. It's my baby. So I'm going to be leading that in September no matter what, and in August. But for everyone in the group, if we all wanted to divvy up parts and run a challenge group together, I'm not going to be running it with you because I have my own. But I can be in the group and I can help you, and you're going to have people that have run challenge groups before. But you will have at least 3 people in the month of August that you're going to help. So if everyone came together and put their 3 people in, that group would be bigger, and you're going to see a little bit more engagement. Because I know there's only about 5% of the people, the 100 people in my group, that actually participate. That's normal. But when you only have 10 people in the group, then that's like 1 person participating, because it's a numbers game, unfortunately. So that's why we hear crickets. It's just not enough people in there. So you kind of have to have, it's kind of like having a party. If you only invite 3 people, it might be a little dud. But if you invited 100 people, the place is trash when everyone's gone, right? It's the same thing. The more people you have in that group, the more excitement and fun and all that it is. So is anybody wanting to run a free group this month? You guys can unmute yourself. Okay. So what I want you to do, if a free group is something that you want to do, make a little box in your here and put free group and leave some space so that you can brainstorm about that. And then what I want you to do is underneath this video, when I record it, say, I want to run a free group. Who wants to run one with me? I don't want anybody running any groups by themselves. Okay. I know that some people want to, but it works better together. Again, something I learned today, and I've heard this a million times, but it just drilled home, is we were not created to do life alone. Like, I did not ever design us. That's why we have this void that we're trying to always fill. Yes, life with him first, he's at the center, but he created us for fellowship. And so if you want to team up with at least one other person, 4 or 5 people, do it together as a team. And I know sometimes that's hard because then you're going to have to get together and you're going to have to collaborate. You're going to have to figure out who does what. It takes a little bit more time and effort, but that's a relationship that you're building and you're strengthening each other. And as Amanda and I say, iron sharpens iron. Okay, you get better at your job, you get better as a coach, you get better as a wife and mom. I have been better with my managing my time because of Amanda. So free groups. All right, any other ideas? I'm going to shush for a little bit and unmute yourself. Any other ideas for a team cup?
Well, I know Amanda was talking about creating an event to draw people to any challenge groups, whether it be a free group or, just your regular challenge group. But I haven't had a whole lot of luck doing that. I've only tried it a couple of times. So I think that's a great idea. I would like to try and research more on how people have more success with them.
Okay.
Tina.
Yes.
Sorry. Can I say something?
Absolutely.
What I've heard is that when it's super targeted, that's when it works for events.
Yeah.
And calling it a challenge kind of throws people off because they hear that word a lot everywhere. All coaches use it. So I know that Melanie Metro has is an awesome example for that. So if you want to go to her Committed to Getting Fit, and look at her events, that's where I got some ideas on how to run those, how to invite to those events. I also wanted to say that whenever you do complete your workout or drink your shake or do little things like that, if you're not posting about it, then maybe putting it in your story as far as the messenger, like a little clip, you can see who's clicking on it. So you can see who's seeing your pictures, your stuff. So those may be great people to message because they see you on a daily, they actually click on your name to see the pictures you put in there.
Okay. Yeah, I've been using the Instagram stories. I've been trying to get used to doing that, but I keep forgetting about the Facebook stories.
Yeah, because the Facebook, you can see who sees it.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Another thing about events, and I've done them before. I've had duds. This past month I had complete duds trying to get your love yourself healthy. What I like about it is that you can invite a whole bunch of people, and it's not weird because they have to choose to either join or not join, right? And it's not like adding them to a group. I love that. But they say whenever you start doing that, you need interaction in the group. So if you create the group and you don't post anything in it, it'll be super quiet, not as many. It's like an engagement thing too, where if it's crickets, then less people see that event. And if you do it on your personal page, great. If you do it on your page, I have had success just putting $5 on it and running an ad against it, and running the ad for specifically people that like my page and their friends. And I don't get real fancy with who I'm targeting or anything. But yeah, I do the same thing that she was saying is I go to Melanie Mitro's page, her Committed to Getting Fit, look at her event, I copy paste everything, and then I go into my own event and I tweak it all because I want it to have the faith-based. I take out all the language about Beachbody because obviously she's a top coach. She can use all the body language she wants and anything. So
she can get away with that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And that's part of the problem I run into is the interaction on the event page.
Right. So things that you can post on there are like tips, countdowns. She does a lot of countdowns. So you can go to her event and say you're going or whatever and look at what she's doing in that event. She does a picture of her and it says 4 more days, 3 more days, 2 more days, and she's talking about the workout. She's sharing videos in the group like Kat was saying too. So hopefully that'll help.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
I have a question. If you guys do challenge groups, do you post your own stuff? Like, do you make it your own on a daily thing, or do you just copy and paste from the Team Beachbody back office?
I've done both. Like when a brand new program comes out, I usually use it because it's not been seen, even though it's kind of the same. So with Ship Shop, I am, and I forgot to schedule them today. I forgot to schedule them yesterday.
Do you need me to help with some of those, Janice?
And it's the one in
the tracker?
Yeah, it's the one in the tracker. So I normally just schedule them in there, but I can make you an admin if you have time, you want to take over this week. And what happened was Wednesday, I think it was, the challenge picture the post said, call out someone that's doing really good in the group. So I was like, I can't schedule that one. I'll just remind myself to come in on Wednesday and actually type that in. And then I forgot to post for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So yeah. Whoops. I'm trying to send this to Jenny. Just a second here, guys. She's having trouble with getting on Zoom. I think I gave her the wrong link okay. Any other ideas? Make sure you remind yourself that you're muted in case you're trying. You know what?
Janet,
yes.
Since I'm starting back up, you know how I used to run like a challenge group, and I would even allow people who bought in 21 Day Fix or whatever from other people before. Do you think I could do that again, or would that be wasting my time? Trying to get them to like follow me and like, you know, because anytime they had success, they would always post about it and then like rave about me and whatnot, and there'd be more people.
Right, yeah. So I always think that the more people, the better, but I would just make sure that they are your at least free customer. I always tell people that. I mean, if they have a product and a workout or whatever, they should be able to be in your group. You think about all the top coaches that like someone burned them and, you know, a copy of P90X, now they're top 10, you know, so, or they I borrowed from Tina. I mean, she sent me like 6 different workouts before I committed, like 20 samples of Shakeology. I mean, like, you know, so I'm one of those people that it took me a really long time to see it as an investment and not an expense. So I definitely believe in helping people as much as you can, you know, where hopefully it didn't cost Tina much money to send me that stuff, you know, but I feel like I am different than most people in many ways. For one, I feel like when I give someone something for free, they take advantage of it. And I don't do that. I am not the type of person that does that. If someone gives me a free training, I take full advantage of it. If someone gives me a sample for free, I'm trying it. Like right now, I'm going to give you my honest feedback. Other people, they just want something for free. And so you got to be careful with that. And Tina knew me most likely, and she figured if it was right for me, I would do it. I got to plug in this. So you guys, yes, my answer is yes. What's the next question or idea or thought?
Thank you.
Hello, Jenny.
I think she's muted.
I know. She probably doesn't know how to. I can unmute you. There you go.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, finally. Sorry about that.
No, I think I accidentally gave out the wrong link somehow, and that I think that was my fault. If that link that I just sent you worked, that's probably what it was. So I'm sorry about that.
Yep. All good.
Okay. So, this was recorded, so you can always come back and watch the very beginning too. So right now we're just brainstorming for ideas for Team Cup, and we've talked about, you know, definitely following up and ask. You guys can create a post specifically with what Ashton just said. Does anybody have any at-home workout programs? You don't even have to say Beachbody. Does anybody have any at-home workout programs that are sitting on the shelf collecting dust? Who needs someone in their corner cheering them on, being a cheerleader, and helping them start and finish that program? So once they come back and they have like Jillian Michaels or something like that, say, okay, the only requirement is that you have to be a customer of mine through Beachbody. Free? Fine. Or you could even upgrade them and say, hey, would you like to try something new? Because sometimes a program like that you've done, there's only like 3 workouts on the whole thing. You know, would you like 14-day free trial of Beachbody On Demand? Simple. So you can say that way you can try other workout programs, and even the one like the one I've been posting about on Facebook or something. So yes, free groups are great. Thinking about doing, if anybody wants to do a free group, let's make sure we get everyone interested in that, maybe even doing one together. Make sure you brainstorm all the different ideas for free groups. Creating an event is super smart. Even if it doesn't help you at all, creating one can't hurt either. And
Build your interest.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
I had a question for Ashton. When you were just talking about doing the, putting the shout out of anybody who has any at-home workout programs, do you just do like a post a day about that? Do you create an event, or how do you go about doing that?
Yeah. Me personally, I would have just done a post on Facebook.
Is that what you do, Ashton?
Yeah, I normally just do a post, and normally I try to like say something about it like once or twice a day. That way it's continually on my newsfeed.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's all I have.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea for like a free group, just to like start engaging people and getting them to learn how you run your challenge group, and then hopefully keep them on there. I've never even thought of that. Like, I think I'm gonna run a free group like that.
And I would do it like 5 days, maybe 7 at the max, guys, because your goal is to hit Success Club 5 by the 20th.
Right,
so,
yeah, not the whole month, but.
Right. I mean, not even the full 14 days, because that's something I would include in there. And if you don't have an at-home program that you have sitting on the shelf collecting dust, try, I have a digital program you could try for, for free for 14 days. So you can include that in your post too.
You'd be surprised how many people have bought in programs before in the past years, and it's literally just sitting there. Or they're like, hey, I've been doing this workout and I need help eating because I don't understand the 21-day fix program, or I don't understand this and that. I need someone to push me.
Right.
But you don't want to buy just yet because they want to earn your trust, and they want to know, that, hey, you do know what you're talking about. You know how to do this, and you're not going to leave them just sitting there.
And there's so many different clean eating. Create or find one for 4 or 5 days, or however long you're going to do this for. And there's so many meal plans that you can provide in that group that you're doing for free. So the more, Shalene's concept has always been, the more free stuff you can give, the more you can give, the more you can give, the more you'll get. And that's like the law of the land, right? That's just exactly what God's always said. So it's so true that if the more you can give to someone without expecting anything in return, the better. And I think that shows you actually have a heart to help. And when you ask for money, I know that I was that way with Shalene. She did so much for free. As soon as she had a book or something out, I was like, I want to buy it. Like, of course I would want to do anything she put out or pay for anything. And then there was a few things I'm like, oh, I can't afford that. But I wanted to, and we're talking like $2,000 seminar, and plus room and board to get there and flight. So it was a big investment, not, there's many things that I would have paid for. But okay, so free groups, create an event. What else? Or any questions? All right, here's an idea that Amanda was telling me about. She said that she's got her team, and we were going to team up, but it would make it really confusing, because what she wants to do with all her new coaches and all the people that are on her team cup is run a challenge group together. So we can all do a free group if we want to, or we can just spend that time promoting and inviting, however you want to do it. But we can create a group that starts like the last week of August or whatever. We can plan that out. And if you guys all run it together, or if the group is too big, we can even split it into just 2 groups, right? And I could be in it, but I'm not going to lead it. And what we'll do is we can create Monday through Friday. And you guys, most of you guys have helped me in my Love Yourself Healthy Challenge. Someone picks a day, and they post every Monday their tip or their topic. If someone picks Tuesday, they pick their topic and they post. Someone picks Wednesday. So you can have up to 7 people running that group. Or you can even do 14 to 15 people and you just take turns, right? Or someone posts in the morning, someone posts at night, you know. That's what she was doing to help them like lead something like that. And you're not doing it by yourself. So, but that's an idea that I had, and I just didn't want to say, hey, that's what we're doing, right? So if anybody thinks that's a great idea, you guys can team up with the people that really want to do that, or we can all do it together. You know, if everyone agrees, we can all be in that group. And again, that just goes back to numbers, and it feels like a party the more people you have in there. So
I'm down to do that with anyone that wants to do it in the challenge tracker.
Okay. All right. So if you guys were to do a free group, what was the dates? I think everyone's almost muted. So just so you know, you play around with that, Jenny, so you can learn how to unmute and mute yourself. Earlier I did it for you. I want you to know how to do it too, if you have anything that you know you want to add. So like, what would be a good day to start a free group?
Janice, I think the best way to do that is to invite people, and if they say no, to give them the option of a free group.
I love it.
And that's what I just did with one of my current people. You know, she wants to do something, but she can't do it right now. I'm like, well, I have a free group. I put her in there just to kind of see what they're like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Have them sign up as a customer and then
Yes.
give them that free 5 days.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. All right. So we have changed 3 people's lives. Free group. Offer the free group to them after inviting them to a challenge group. Is everyone thinking that's a great idea, especially since we're pushing this? So we lead with the challenge group. And you guys, you can name it whatever you want, right? So I always try to have a theme. So you guys might want to think of a theme if you're wanting to run this together. But there's always there's something that has to be consistent about it. And that's a part of branding yourself. That's a part of, so say if, for instance, there's like 3 of you that want to do high fat, low carb and nobody else wants to. Or maybe there's like 10 of you that want to do intermittent fasting and then the rest don't. So think about that. Don't let it hinder you from joining a group, but just commit to something with other people that want to do that. Or we could do all one big group, incorporate intermittent fasting. But that's the kind of stuff you have to know, and that's what I do. I first market it, creating a market plan like any other business does. You have to create a marketing plan, a game plan, whatever you want to call it. And then whenever I create the banner and I create that, then I know what my post needs to say. And I want to add as much value as I possibly can. And so that's why I say it's faith-based. That's why I say, you know, whatever it is, you got to have some type of theme. Because you don't want to just throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. You want to narrow it down. And we talk about that all the time, your avatar or whatever. But, you know, if you guys love this concept of doing it together, then you might do it again in September or October, November, all the way through the end of the year. Like me, I just feel like it's working smarter, not harder, not opening a new group every single month. It just drives me personally crazy. Mm-hmm. But maybe your type of personality needs that closure and new start, and that's fine too. It's something to think about, because I really think that Team Cup really helps set you up for the rest of the year, and that's the intention behind Team Cup. Sorry. Okay. I think I'm getting a mosquito bite.
You're a puppy.
So, any other ideas? What are some other things that we can do? Here, I could throw some ideas that I've done before, and maybe this will help. I have offered free giveaways. It could be as simple as one energized sample. You guys can buy a box of energized. They're not as expensive as like the big tub. And it's super cheap to mail because it's a little itty teeny tiny packet that fits in a normal sized envelope. And you can handwrite a beautiful note to these people. So you can say like the first 3 people that sign up will get a sample of Energize. You can even say a sample of Energize and Recovery. People don't care, it's free, right? Use the rest of it for your personal self or whatever, but, or you can have a drawing. You can say Shift Shop's the newest program. You'll have complete access to that in this group, but it doesn't come with the Shift Shop agility markers. So the first 3 people that sign up, I'm going to give that away for free. Or the first 3 people that sign up, I'm going to put your name in a drawing to win 1. Depending on your budget, guys, you got to think about that too. It is a business, so sometimes you do have to invest money into your business, but if you're not at the place to do that, don't feel pressured. I've hit Success Club 5 and 10 more, like 99% of the time without ever giving anything free or gift away. Last year we did the weekly gifts 2, maybe 3 months out of the whole year, and I have always filled my groups with at least 3 new people. So that's not mandatory, it's just Team Cup month. So sometimes it's nice to think outside the box to increase those numbers if you're ready to do that. But again, our only goal is 3 people. So you don't have to push for bigger numbers if you don't want to. Anybody else have any ideas like along that line? Make sure, remind yourself that you might be muted if you're trying to talk because I don't hear nobody. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of is that we do power hours at 7:30 a.m. every morning, and they're awesome. And we really try to stay on topic. It's hard because we just love each other, and sometimes we get to chit-chatting. But just know that you can mute yourself and get to work, and we might be talking, and you might be like, nope, I'm doing this. So what we do is we try to set a timer. We send out invites together. We share scripts that we're using. And in the Team Cup support group that I created, I'm going to share my scripts, share my trackers. Those are the 2 things you're going to need. You're going to need trackers. You need to find one. Even if it's a journal like this, I have names. Let me find my names. This is what I've done in the Team Cup in the past. I already got my list started. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I can't see myself here. Okay, so I have my list started, and then I get highlighters. If they say yes, I highlight them one color. If they say no, I scratch through. At least I can still see their name for next time. And I go and I pull out all my journals I've ever written anybody's names down. In Team Cup, I go crazy. You don't have to. Don't let me intimidate you. I'm just trying to reach my personal best, or beat my personal best, which is Success Club 40, right? I haven't done it in like, I've done a Team Cup or participated in a Team Cup ever since they started. So that's at least 3 a year for the last 3.5 years. So, and this is what I do. So everyone has to start somewhere, and 3 people is all I'm asking, right? So then once you have a conversation going, I can highlight it in another color. So, and maybes, I circle them, and so that next time I look at my book, I can go straight to the people that said someday they want to do this. And that someday might be August, right? So tracking is huge because you're going to oh, just a second, who is that? Because tracking is huge because you're human and you're forgetful, period. There's no other reason behind tracking than people don't want to be forgotten. If you send an invite, you are not bugging them by going back and saying, hey, did you see that last message? Hey, did you have time to look over that? That's because you actually care enough not to just send the invite, try to make a sale, and then disappear. I bought stuff just because people followed back up. Melissa did the same thing with me. It took her at least 6 times to follow up with me to actually have me sign up with her. I wanted to do it so bad, but did I have what it actually took to do it? You know, and I just kept pondering the idea, like, do I have what it takes to be a successful coach and take that pressure of being on Melissa McAllister's team, you know? So I just want to let you guys know this is a 40-minute call, and we are down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So if you have a question, please ask it now.
Are we going to be checking
Sorry. Are we going to be checking in weekly for the Team Cup?
So what I was going to do is create a post in our Team Cup group, the one that I created with me and Charity at the top of it. It says Team Cup Project. I'm going to create a post in there, and then that way underneath it we can like check off our daily vitals and maybe even say how many people we invited, how many people we followed up with, just to have like that accountability tool. So thank you for bringing that up, because that's definitely something I have on my list to do, and I haven't done it yet, and tomorrow's the 1st. So I got to make sure I have that scheduled. Let me write it down. Anything else? All right, so I will record this, get the recording up in the group. That way underneath we can create a conversation back and forth. Who wants to do free group, who wants to do big group, and the dates to start that. And this is why I want to meet up every Monday at 7:30. And we have the team leader challenge, the team leader Facebook Messenger to keep going in there. Just make sure that we're tracking Power Hour, and put your goals somewhere I can see them. Maybe take a picture of that and post it in the group to prove that you have your goals in your vision daily, okay? We good? Thumbs up? All right, guys. I love you so much. Thank you guys so much for being on here. I still feel like I did all the talking, dang it.
You're so good at it.
Oh, I know. I love you, ladies. Bye, Cynthia. Bye, Tina.
I love you.
Bye.